Hey guys, TehJew22 here, and welcome to another edition of TehJew22 Talks. Now, last time my guest was the anti-boredom the anti-boredom fighter, my good friend Board, and I really had a good time with him doing his interview. But my next guest is a guest that I have been friends with much longer than even Board. This is a person that, you know, I owe in a good part of my success to, because this person actually gave me my first big break, and I'm really serious when I say that, because up until then I was struggling to get a good audience, which I now have and I now enjoy because of this person. But in addition to that, this person is a wonderful person. I've talked with this person for many years, and it's always a pleasure to talk to him whenever I can. And with that said, I give you my good friend, ColeNL112. All right, how are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
Very good, actually. Well, aside from other problems I mentioned off camera, but other than that, I'm actually feeling good.
That's good to hear.
hmm
I know, I'm just a bit tired myself at times, but then again, that's life for these days for me.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that as we go through the interview. And, I might as well talk about how we met. We first met on, it was actually through Newfie Bonga, actually. Isn't that right, Cole?
Kind of, yeah. Related in relation to a video of yours that you did the TehJew22 talks about Newfie Bonga.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember where I simply talked about it. I didn't talk to, but yes, I did. Yeah, I remember now. Yes. Any other thoughts on top of that?
I'll just listen to what you had to say about him and everything. I think actually he might have made a tweet about it. That's how I got to discover it in your channel and everything. I did comment on the video.
Oh
Definitely.
wow, that's...
I can't remember what I said because it's been at least 2-3 years now.
Mhm.
And all. But no, I do remember it was one of your first TehJew22 talks one, because you did one on Slimkirby previous, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I did. In fact, I did it for like my earliest friends. And I think the last time I did a TehJew22 talks about variation was on Slim's main squeeze, Fire Kitty. But even then, yeah, all I did was just talk about them. And I believe I remember the comment. You actually was extolling the virtues of Newfie Bonga, because then as now, he is a big star. I mean, he was always a big star to me, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been in the Let's Play business. But yeah, I remember you were extolling the virtues of Newfie Bonga at the time.
Yeah, of course. Now, when it comes to subscribers and everything, he's still getting them left, right, and center. And his 10
I mean,
haters, a video.
oh yeah, yeah. On occasion we do get haters, and but I don't seem to get it as much as he does. I guess that just makes him the most popular of the group, which is true. Sad but true. I mean, in fact, you mentioned that. Well, okay, we'll get to that in a moment, because I was about to spoil something a bit too soon, so I'll stop right there. But let's see. I'm trying to remember the first thing that we did when we finally got... Oh, yeah, that's right. I finally met you through Skype, and you were just as much of the person now as you were then.
Yeah, like as much as I can be funny and everything at times, I do try to keep like a low thing. I know how hard it is to break into, say, like Let's Play stuff and Let's Play community, I'll say, or even anything like video game related on YouTube. And well, just someone smaller, or like say in the same pace as myself at the time, because I mean, my channel did take off a little bit a couple of years ago when Bowser's Inside Story, but that's something for another time. Uh, but yeah, so I know how hard it is for smaller Let's Players like yourself. So to give someone a shot and give them a chance and everything is something that I really enjoy doing.
Oh, well, hey, I really did appreciate it back then, and in fact, you even did a shout-out series, which I'm not sure whatever happened to it, but
Not
I
enough
guess
interest. It
not
was
enough
just
interest.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, I guess, talent is running thin these days, but even then, I do appreciate, you know, the support that I've gotten, and I'm sorry that I haven't been on Skype because of things I've mentioned off camera, but, I mean, and plus, college is always a drag, and I'm pretty sure what you're dealing with, we'll get to that again later on, but yeah, it was very much appreciated at the time, and I really did appreciate it, and I still do, even to this day. And uh, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's start with how you actually got into the Let's Play business. Like for example, the website. Where did that come from?
Okay, well the website dates back longer before the Let's Play business actually started. How it came up was Ryan Bragg, aka Everfan NF, because I'm sure that popped up on the screen right now when I mentioned his name. He actually decided that he wanted to start a video game cheating website. Now this is when we were in high school. Me and him were like best buds in high school. Where if at the point where you see one, you're going to see the other.
Hmm.
So I think upon thinking about it, I decided, well, yeah, let's do it all together. And eventually, a third guy was added, but I won't get into talking about him. But what ended up happening was Vine came up with the idea of it. I actually came up with the name. And me and him were just talking on the phone one day. I was just looking at some of my games, and all of a sudden I was thinking, well, much of my games is pretty cool, and then it popped into my head. Originally we wanted muchgames.com, but someone took that, and so, but we're Canadian, and everything, we decided, well, let's try the .ca one. That's basically how that came about. And the third co-founder, which is no longer with Much Games itself, he came up with the original design, but then there's other issues upon that I won't get into to keep everyone else happy about it.
Wow, that is actually pretty cool, and I never would have thought to make a website. In fact, actually, I have a group project in which we have to make a website. I cannot imagine how difficult it was, especially back in those days where resources were very limited. So the fact that you were even able to do it is just a testament of. I mean, because the website nowadays looks really good. I'm not gonna lie, it looks really good.
Well, technology's advanced a lot from about 14 years, almost 14 years ago. The site itself was created, actually, a little known fact, a few days before September 11th was when the site was actually created.
Oh my god, really?
I kid you not. I think it was around the 6th of September the site launched.
Oh wow.
So it's a sad thing to state that, but because of all the tragedy that happened, but that is a fact right there. It's not something that Ryan or myself are literally proud to say.
No. In fact, I can remember when I was just a smaller toad, what I was doing on that day, and I remember, I was getting ready. I went to go check up on my mom, and my mom was watching the broadcast as it happened at that time, and I really did not know what to think, and I was just, I was just got. How do I put this? I was like the band Godsmacked or Gobsmacked. I don't know, but still, it was like I could never forget it. In fact, I could never forget what I did on that day because it was just that that memorable, but for all the wrong reasons, though.
Actually, I was in high school. I was in my senior year of high school that year too. Myself and Bragg were, and we got the rest of the week off school.
Oh, wow. Hmm. Speaking of which, what was high school like back in those days?
A lot better than what it's been today, from what we hear. There was very little talk of teen sex, even though that there's a lot of still teens getting pregnant back then. But no, just pretty well. Part of it's been the same for me. You know, the experience was different. Really, I can't really state what it was like because it's been a long, long time. I'm just glad it's over. I wouldn't want to do it again. Let's put it that way.
Well, I wouldn't. Sorry, I had something in my throat. No, I wouldn't want to do it again, although if I had to, I would do it knowing now what knowing if I knew then what I know now. I mean, if I could do it again, great. I would probably do it better, but still, I wouldn't want to do it again, though. I'll admit that. Okay, so you talked about the website, but how did the channel come to be as it is now?
Okay, the YouTube channel itself
Yeah.
started back in 2010, October of 2010. That basically was an idea where we had a meeting and I brought up a suggestion to it. Ryan was actually in agreement, but the other co-founder was a tiny bit hesitant because what it was, we're making all these lot of cheats and then we're working on strategy guides with the website at the time. But then find out, well, video ones probably be easier than people looking up and having to read, say, oh, well, this is how you do this, but I can't get it done right. I'll look at YouTube. YouTube's got a better solution to it. Okay, well, so why not start a collab channel? So, the collab channel started. Ryan actually set it up a couple of days later in October, and even though he added the first unofficial video, I'm gonna say, because that video was actually deleted. The first official video was added by me, which was Ocarina of Time.
Ah, wow. You know what? And I think. Oh yeah, that's right. You did do Ocarina of Time. I believe. Now looking back at it, you want to know what I think about it?